Good evening, traders. How you doing? Hope everyone having a fantastic evening. Just wanted to bring this Akamai and Visa trade to you guys this evening for a quick educational video on what we do in livetraders.net trading room. Both of these trades were taken into the room, and actually Panera Bread as well, that I personally took all three of them and made money. It was three and 0 morning, and it was very profitable morning, but wanted to bring this up. I also discussed this during the swing newsletter that we sent out at the livetraders.net, and I gave our subscriber the play here before even it materialized. But here's the gap. This is a level 2 gap with our PTS course, Professional Trading Strategies. If you like more information, take a look at livetraders.net for professional trading strategies, and there's a lot more information. One of the best and most comprehensive and complete course out there. We talked about this level 2 gaps and how to play these level 2 gaps. This gap is gapping over 1, 2, 3, 4 red bars, as you can see the volume crescendo right here, and you have a nice gap up. But what was really nice about it, that it was gapping over this 21 period moving average, and gap was right into this area, and the target would have been a 50 period moving average. Now when you look at the 60 minutes chart, you take a look at it, the way it was level 2, this was gapping over 1, 2, kind of a 3 pivot, and a gap a little bit excessive, not too excessive, but a little bit excessive, and this gap just needed one red bar that we needed in the morning to play this gap. And I'll show you this, and you can actually visit me at StockTwits, which I'll show you right now how we play this this trade here. So you got a daily chart right here. When you look at this chart right here, and I'm gonna bring it up to you guys right here. When you look at, so this is what I'm talking about. This is your weekly chart right here. Weekly chart, nice, nice little gap here on the weekly chart. You can see this also almost like when climactic on the weekly chart with consolidation right here. Daily chart obviously gives us a better story as to what's happening here. This is almost getting the biggest volume here on the last bar, and then gap over this. There's definitely some shock value here as well. So let's take a look at how this played out. When you take a look at this 1 minute chart, what you have here is a red bar right here. So you have a red bar right here, and then you have a volume, no volume here, big red bar, no volume here, went back up, came back, consolidated here into 930. So let's pull this up right here, consolidated here into 930, and I'm gonna pull this up for you guys, and how nicely it was. It's more profound on a 2 minute chart, how nicely it was basing around $40.60, and that was really the call in the room to play this over $44.60, and the stop is the low of the day, which happened to be 43. It was right into this area, 45.60, and stop was 44.60. That's a $1 stop. Then we went up here, and once you took out, this is the volume that I'm talking about. This is, like I said, it's more profound on a 2 minute chart, and if you're a newer trader, it's always better to trade on a little bit of a higher time frame, because what you have is the go pattern here, and I teach this in the room a lot, how to play these go patterns. These are very powerful go pattern when combined with the daily chart and the weekly chart. So once you get this bar done and over with, look at this volume came, and then you had this volume right here. Now this triggered, the trade triggered right here on 45.60. Once I saw this volume, I gave the room right away. I gave the room another trade. I said, guys, we are going to add this over 46, and we're gonna bring the stop up to 45. So we did just that. We added over 46. We brought the stop up here, and it's went as so now it's went up as high as 47.60 into this bar, and right here we end up taking profit. 2 big bars with volume. Eventually the trade went up much higher. So that's how we played this. Had a nice little trade here, and had a nice trade in Akamai. So now I want to bring up Panera Bread, which was also played on a 2 minute chart. Panera Bread, nice little pattern right here. You got a 3 bar down into support area. Now today's gap was a little bit nice gap here on Panera Bread. And let me show you how nice of a pattern is. If you know, if you have traded Panera Bread, you know this is it can get spready at times. But I really like this pattern on Panera Bread. Panera Bread was right over here. We played it 190. We played it right here, 190 by 187, low of the day, and that's where I like this trade right here. When we played Panera Bread and we played it, it came down here. Got this volume, nothing here. I said if it takes out this 190, it's going higher. 190 but 187, and then went up to about right into 194.75, 195 area, and that's where we ended up taking some profits here into this bar. So that was a nice little trade, profitable trade nonetheless. And then I wanted to bring up the Visa trade. Visa trade was called by one of our traders, Jared. He had an amazing call on this outstanding pattern. This is a little bit of a continuation pattern. It tried to crescendo here with the volume, and then you had a reversal right here. Today gap was a continuation gap. If you understand continuation gap, then you know exactly how to play these, because 60-minute chart give you a really nice indication why it's a continuation gap. Matter of fact, if you're listening to this video, watch this Visa for tomorrow, as it is flagging on a 60-minute chart. So he called this trade right over here. He said this right here, it's starting to consolidate into this area, and he called this trade at $70, and stop was 69.70, 30-cent stop, and we took profit into almost $71 area on Visa. So very nice trade. We had a really nice day. Tomorrow there's a lot of stuff that's setting up. Tomorrow, if you're interested, come visit us at livetraders.net. We have Expedia gap, we have Tesla gap, and I actually like the Tesla gap. So let me just comment on a Tesla gap before I wrap up this video. Tesla is going to gap up right up here. So personally, I go right into the 60-minute chart here. 60-minute chart, 160 is right over here. It's going to be a little bit above the moving average. I like the fact, and really you can trade Tesla all the way to 170. You have a nice gap filled here. Now what's the game plan? It has to set up with a pattern. If you get a red bar and no follow through the red bar, that is where you play. You saw in SanDisk how we play SanDisk. You saw in Panera how we play Panera. If you had a go pattern, then this is going to be a very profitable day, profitable trade. So that said, have a great rest of the night, and if you're interested in joining us, please visit us at livetraders.net, livetraders.net.